Hello everyone, I'm Matthew, also known as SamuraiHex, and welcome back to another episode of Director of Legends, Director of Football Challenge Journeyman series with me, Ivo Daniel, our manager, and Spartak Varna. Now, I'm sorry for the last couple of weeks where there literally been hardly any episodes. Like I said, a week ago I was very busy. No, 2 weeks ago I was very busy. No, it was a week ago. Yeah, a week ago I was very busy. And this week I was even busier. Plus I was a bit ill, so that doesn't help. So yeah, hopefully we can go back to the normal episode schedule of like 5 a day. 5 a week, I mean, not 5 a day. If it was 5 a day I wouldn't be able to do anything else. Anyway, if you have been enjoying this series and you want to support the channel, you can like the video, share it with friends and family, either by word of mouth. Sorry, I'm so rusty. I'm literally so rusty. But you can either share by word of mouth, email, or social medias. You can also comment on the video, which helps with the algorithm. You can check out all my socials in the description below. Like my second channel, where I don't know when I'm going to be uploading on that. To be fair, I want to, but I don't have the time. As well as other things like Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and stuff like Patreon and Ko-fi, where you can help support the channel a bit more, but it's not needed really. Anyway, that was a mess of a, that was a start mess. I think that was a mess of a starting of the episode. You can tell even by my voice, I'm just so rusty. But yeah. We are £200 over on the wage budget. And why is that? Because we have done more transfers. But first we'll go to the results. So of course you were there for the first game against PFK Montana, which we ended up winning 1-0. We then ended up playing Prin Blagovrograd. We lost that 1-0. We then went on a 4-game drawing loss, or drawing run, I mean, which was against Zagora, CSK 1948, Lokomotiv Sofia, and Bota Plovdiv, all that we drew. We then played CSK Sofia and actually won 2-1, which was a good result. We then played Minya Pernik, who were champions of the second division last year when we lost it in the final day of the season. We won that 2-1. We then played Sarko Selo and won that 2-1. We then ended up playing Ludogorets and lost that 5-0. But then we did come back to the Cup in Bulgaria first round, and we actually had a really poor result where it was a 0-0 draw all through extra time, and we ended up winning on penalties. And the penalties were something like 20-21 or something like that. It was crazy. There's so many penalties being scored and missed at the same time, and it lasted for ages. Now we were going to come back for that game, but I kind of played it without thinking. This was a game 2 weeks ago, so I'm very rusty. I haven't played this safe in like ages. But we are coming back for just one game today, which is the Chernomor Varna game, which is, if we go to club info, is our first rival. So yeah, we're going to have to be on top form for today. Either way, transfers have happened. Let me just check when that game was. So yeah, we were here last on the 8th of the 7th, 2022. Since then, we have loaned out Alexander Yanchev, who we could easily have kept as backup, but for whatever reason they loaned him out. Direct Football did. Velislav Boav, who also could have been kept as backup, he was loaned out as well. And we also loaned out Martin Yanakiev, who was another player who could have been backup, but for whatever reason we loaned him out. So yeah. Players who have signed is Andrei Prodosa. Now, I did a mistake. I realised that was taking so long between transfers that they negotiated an offer for him, and I was like, okay, what do I do? The director of football wants to sign him, but I can't. But he's not negotiating it for whatever reason, so it's up to me to negotiate it. So I just accepted it. But I think that was a wrong thing I should have done. So next time if someone does come in as a negotiation offer, I will decline it and then probably go to director of football and tell him to sign that player again, because I know he wants to sign him. I don't know. If you know what I should do in the comments, just say it and I'll do whatever is the most upvoted comment. But yeah, Andrea Pedrosa joined. He's a centre mid and DM. Also can play centre back as a backup area. And then signed Minhoka from Torrense, 34-year-old Portuguese player, can play on the wing. Hopefully he'll be a good player, but so far he's played 5 games and has been god awful. So maybe he's not a good player. We then brought in Afonso Cateno, another Portuguese player, centre mid. We don't really need another centre mid, but for whatever reason, Direct Football was just signing them. Georgi Yurkov came in as a just youngster. He's not going to be any good, but hey, he joined. Luka Sobotic came in as a centre back. Now we needed centre backs because we're playing 3 at the back, and we really are like 3 out and out defenders in centre back. So we finally signed one in Luka Sobotic as the loanee, and he's quite a good player. Comes in from FK Partizan, and we also got from FK Partizan Andrei Blagojevic, who is another centre mid. We don't need centre mids, for God's sake. Go direct football. Learn we need centre backs, not centre mids. Yeah, we just handled centre mids. But this means we got the game now against Journeyman Varna. They're only 1 game today. Like I said, I've been busy and I just can't get enough time to play 2 games. But hey, 1 game's enough if it means the video's out, compared to last week where there was only 2, and the week before where there was only 2 again. So yeah, the team going in for this game is Blagoy Manthezev, Ivan Penev, Luka Sobotic and Alberto Lugo, all the centre backs. We've got Andreev as the right wing back, and Mitev as left wing back. Catano, Pedroso as the midfielders. Mehmed, whoops, I didn't mean to click on him. He's the right winger. Minhoka's the left winger. And we've got the strikers Eva and Klev. Tugu Nedzit, Borisov, Nachev, Blagojevic, Stefanov, Georgiev and George are all on the bench. I haven't even looked at where we are in the league. I haven't showed you. We're currently 7th. 16 points. We're expected to finish like 2nd bottom or something like that at the start of the season. That instead is Journeyman Varna, who we're playing today, and Minor Pernik, who are really terrible for saying they were champions. But yeah, we're doing really well. This tactic is really good. If we hadn't drawn those 4 games, we would have been in even better position. But yeah, I'm really happy with how we are so far. So let's just get into the game. I've rambled on long enough. Hopefully we can win this game against our fiercest rivals. As I will say, most of our fans, I think everyone's motivated enough to just keep it at that. Always a tremendous occasion. Yeah. They were prepared very well. I don't know. That was a lot of questions that I didn't want to answer. But the game against Spartak Varna, for Spartak Varna against Journeyman Varna, I was getting my name wrong then, the team name wrong. I've just woken up, so I don't know if you can tell in my voice. I hope you can't, but you might be able to. As I will immediately say, encouragement. I've got a highlight here with Alberto Lugo giving it to Minhoka, whose pass is poor, and Mahenzev comes it up from goalkeeper to get the ball, and now it's Alberto Lugo. Kolev gives the ball to Andreev. Penev gives it to Mehmed. back to Penev, and we're just playing it quite safe. I've got a highlight here with Pedrosa, who has a shot. Should have been a goal. Should have been a goal. So now we've got to defend a free kick. As we're still getting the laggy drop frames for whatever reason. I just don't know why. Don't know why we get though. Yeah, 35 minutes. I wouldn't mind being 1-0 up right now, as I will motivate the players a bit more. And I think it's going to be half time, which it is 0-0. I'm not happy with the performance so far. Because I'm not. We should be 1-0 up, even though they're playing better. But we've had the better chance. I've got to be very careful not to concede, because if we lose against this, I'll be really unhappy. Especially considering they're second bottom, as both of Lugi's just gone to sleep, but he did do a good challenge. Could have been a penalty quite easily, but good challenge in the end, and that keeps us in the game. I've got to make a sub, I think. I don't know why that's all messed up. Luka Sobotic is tired, so I will bring on Borisov. Mehmed has been awful ever since all season. He's been awful, absolutely awful. So Dylan George can come in for him, and I think I'll keep it at that for now. But yeah, Mehmed has just been really poor. So much that I think if it continues for another episode, I think I'll do a scenario where he actually plays what is FM's 23 or whatever it would be in this game. Now for this season would then demote him his levels of quality. So yeah, we'll downgrade him. That's how bad he has literally been. As it looks like it's going to be full time, 0-0. I'll make one last change. Blagojevic can come in, just as a bit of freshness. Hopefully we can get a goal. No. 0-0. Yeah, I'm saying that because we should have won that. We weren't good enough, they weren't good enough, we weren't good enough. The draw is a good result, but still. Yeah. Unfortunate result, but hey, at the start of the season I would have taken a 0-0 draw away from home at Chernomor Varna. But given where we are in the league and where they are in the league, I would have taken. I think the win would probably have been better off. But hey, that is the end of this episode. A 0-0 result against our fiercest rivals. At least it's not a loss. Put it that way. At least it's not a loss. But anyway, I've been Matthew Olsen and SamuraiHex. If you have been enjoyed this video and series so far, please give it a like, comment as well. It helps in the algorithm. It gets me more people viewing the channel. If you are one of those new people, you can always subscribe to the channel and all that. And if you are a returning viewer and want to help support the channel even more, you can share it with friends and family, either by word of mouth, social media, or email. Any of that stuff that does good in terms of the algorithm if a person you've shared it with comes and views the channel. If you are one of those new people, you can always subscribe, and you can also hit the bell for push notifications, whether you're a new returning viewer or you are an old viewer and all that stuff. Yeah, I'll see you all next time. Hex signing out. See you all next time. Bye everybody. That was a mess. Who cares? See you in a bit.